Hello YouTube, today we're going to talk about super effective typing. Now what super effective typing is an attack that does 2 times the damage that a normal attack would generally do. And when there's certain types that work well against certain other types, and when there's 2 of those, like just let's do an example, like say fire, right, grass, and bug, that's 2 times, and 2 times, so that's 4 times effective, so it will do a whole lot of damage. So, in this video we're just talking about super effectiveness because I don't really have that much time to make videos because this is huge and YouTube only allows so much. So, basically, normal is the only type that doesn't have anything that it's super effective against, and so then, well, basically, fire is, I can list every single super effectiveness, but it'd take longer if I did that. So I'm looking at the stat table you can see here. I could list off every single one of these by memory, but that would take a while. So basically, fire is super effective against grass, ice, bug, and steel. Water is super effective, obviously, against fire, ground, rock, and that's pretty much all for water. Grass is water, ground, and rock. Type Pokemon electric is flying, and water. That's pretty much it for electric. Actually, it's kind of sad. Ice is super effective against grass, ground, flying, and dragon. Just gonna pause here for a minute. Generally, when it's super effective, it's kind of common sense. Fighting, like I said, it's super effective against normal, and then it's super effective against ice because it's not that hard to throw a chunk of ice to the ground and shatter it. And it's also super effective against rock because you see all those cartoons where somebody like punches a brick and then or a rock and then it shatters. It's also super effective against dark for some unknown reason and against steel because I've ever seen people like bend frying pans and stuff like that. Poison is super effective against grass because poison kills plants. And it's all for poison, actually. Again, kind of sad. Ground, super effective against fire because it smothers it. It's super effective against electric because electricity always goes to ground. Super effective against poison for some reason, and against rock, I do believe. And against steel. So, then we go to flying, and flying is super effective against grass for some reason, and also fighting because it has an advantage, and bug because birds eat worms. Psychic, actually pretty powerful but very weak in defense-wise. Is super effective against, well, fighting and pretty much just poison. Fighting, obviously, because you can move them around, and poison because it contains, like, the poison, I guess, I don't know. Bug is super effective against grass because bugs eat grass and plants and stuff. And then it's also super effective against Psychic for some reason, I don't know why. And then it's also super effective against Dark, and again, I don't know why. Maybe it's because fireflies light up the night or something. Rock, super effective against fire because it smothers it. It's super effective against ice because of the whole erosion thing. Flying because birds can't move, their wings are covered in rocks. And then it's super effective against bug because rock smash bug. But what I really don't get is why fighting isn't super effective against bug, because you can punch a bug and it's most likely going to die. So then we got ghost types, and ghost is super effective against psychic, because ghosts are awesome, and one of the types, there's a few types, or 2 I think, that are super effective against each other, or itself, realistically. So ghost is super effective against ghost. And then there's dragon, and the only thing that dragon is super effective against is dragon. That's completely okay, because dragon is very powerful, and then there's the whole fact that dragons are pretty common. So, then there's dark, which is super effective against psychic and ghost, because I don't know why. And then steel is super effective against ice for some reason, and against rock. And that's pretty much all for this video. Again, I don't have that much time, so I was reading this. I could list every single type and yada yada yada, but that's also why the videos are split into super effectiveness and all the other stuff. So I noticed the other video got a lot of views. Hopefully it does the same for this one. So I will see you guys in the next video with not very effectiveness. Thank you guys for